Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 26th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell, and you will catch me live. Virgo, this is a great reading already. You have the Eight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups. This looks good, Virgo. I like this. Let's keep it going here. Yeah. So let's see what we have for you here, Virgo, this week. And Virgo, your overall energy is a spider. I love it. The spider is an energy of kind of like the story that you tell. And so it just says, if you tell a positive story this week, then you'll have a positive week. If you tell a negative story, you'll have a negative week. So I'd say keep it positive this week for sure with that spider energy. Yeah, Chariot, definitely winning. I feel like you are just winning this week for sure at all cost as well. You have the Five of Swords here. As your center card. The center card is the most important card in the 9-card spread that I use, but the Five of Swords to me can represent independence, being independent, and to me it can also just represent winning at all cost. Not necessarily a bad thing, but definitely Chariot, major victory for you here. I feel like the only thing that could hold you back is other people. This is always coming up for you, Virgo. On the Chariot, there are normally two Sphinxes in front of the Chariot driver. And it kind of represents other things that could be controlling your life. It could be other people, it could be external circumstances, but ultimately you are in control of the Chariot. So I feel like you need to realize that this week, but definitely winning this week. You have the Go the Distance card here. I feel like you could be feeling very motivated. Even today, I'm shooting this video on the 20th of October, and I feel like a shift in the energy today. I feel more like awake and alive than I have been. So I do feel like there could be a shift in the energy. You could just be feeling more motivated the week of the 26th. You could just be feeling like you really want to get things going. So I like to see that. I feel like you're just more willing to put in the work. You have the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands here. Amazing. Definitely major success coming in for you here. Eight of Wands, quick success. Eight of Pentacles, working towards success. Ace of Wands, inspiration. I feel very excited on this row here as well. Sometimes the Ace of Wands to me can just represent an idea that you have that could make you very excited. Could be for like a business, could be for a new relationship, could be anything. I feel like this is saying this whole row here, and also you have the Chariot as well. I feel like this whole first row plus that Chariot is saying keep the positive momentum going. To me, the Chariot can sometimes say, again, maintain control of those reins, of the horses or the Sphinxes that are on the Chariot. So I feel like there could be quick success here. I feel like this Five of Swords could just be like stinking thinking or things that get in the way or other people. So like I said, amazing week, but just make sure that you don't allow other people or fears with this moon card to control you. And again, we're going to clarify this in just a second. But like I said, this is some sort of major new beginning coming in for you, Virgo. You have the Wheel of Fortune coming in here as well. Another card that kind of says you are in control. The secret with the Wheel of Fortune is that the Wheel of Fortune is always spinning. It is always spinning, whether we control it or not. But we have a choice with the Wheel of Fortune. There's normally a snake on this side of the wheel, and the snake represents our vibrations, kind of like how we're feeling and all this other stuff. And it's like if we keep it positive, like I said, with that spider card, we will have a very good week, or we will have a very good time, or whatever. So I feel like you definitely need to keep it positive this week with this Wheel of Fortune. But definitely a lot of luck coming in for you. You have the King of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Nine of Cups here. Definitely some sort of wish fulfillment coming in for you. I feel for some of you, I do feel like you could be dealing with like a stubborn person. King of Swords to me doesn't really represent a stubborn person, but that's how it's popping into my head intuitively. So I do feel for some of you, you could be dealing with someone who's very stubborn. Nine of Cups to me would just say that you're just being like, okay, and you're just walking away and being fine with it. So if you're dealing with a difficult person in this row, I feel like you're just perfectly happy moving away from this person. So that's like one story. For others, I feel like this is you just taking like direct control, like I said, over the week. And I feel like this is going to cause you to win or to have major wins this week. So I do feel there are like major victories coming in for you here with these cards. And Nine of Cups sitting pretty. So I think there's a lot of success this week for you, Virgo. You have this trick or treat card. It says mischief and play. I feel like you could just be having time to play. So maybe things have been very serious. Maybe you've been doing a lot of work here in this middle row, or maybe you haven't had a lot of time to like go out and date or do the things you want. And I feel like in this last row, this is your future position. This is saying maybe you're finding the time to do the things that you like to do. Two of Cups, love. The Moon could be some fears. We'll talk about that in a minute, and the Hierophant. So I do feel for some of you, this is just saying make time, especially if you're working really hard or, you know, doing a lot this week. I would definitely make sure to make time to enjoy yourself, to have fun, all those other things. Definitely could be love coming in. It could be, you always get Pisces in your reading. It could be a Pisces. It could also be a Taurus as well coming in for you in love. So it could be any sign. Of course, this is just a general reading, but I do feel like there could be someone coming in for you here. I do feel like it's someone, like I get like wounded warrior vibes, which is weird, Virgo. So, you know, if you have love coming in, I feel like it could be someone who's a little bit older than you here with the King of Swords. It's very specific. Again, a little bit older than you, and I feel like wounded warrior, like Nine of Wands type energy off of this person. So I feel like it could be someone who has maybe recently been wounded in a relationship, or they might be a little closed off, but I actually feel like it would be probably a good relationship for you. So if there is new love coming in, I feel like I said, it could be someone a little bit older. I feel like you could meet this person through anywhere, really. You have the Eight of Wands, socializing. You have the King of Swords, could be online. So I feel like you could meet this person anywhere, but definitely new love coming in for you. I definitely feel like I'm also getting wish fulfillment on this Two of Cups as well. Two of Cups doesn't really represent wish fulfillment, Virgo, but what I will say is that the Two of Cups is you and your higher self, and it is you matching up perfectly with your higher self. So I feel like you could be getting some sort of wish. I feel like this Moon in the Hierophant is saying this is too easy. Those are the words that are popping into my head. I feel like saying don't question it. I do feel a lot of this energy right now, Virgo, where I feel like people could be like getting lucky in business, or and I don't really feel like it's luck either, by the way. I feel like you've probably been preparing for this for a very long period of time. I do feel like there's like gifts from the universe coming in for pretty much everyone, like as a collective, but definitely you here in this reading, Virgo. And I feel like this is saying, this is popping into my head as this is too easy. So I'm wondering if something, it just kind of falls into your lap, you know? And I feel like this is saying, don't question it. just if something good happens, just accept it into your life with these two cards. I'm getting a million things here. For others, I'm getting something about schooling here as well. Maybe but I feel like you're finally matching up with something that makes you really happy as far as school is concerned. It's weird because it's popping into my head as cooking. This is going to sound really weird. Again, the way messages pop into my head is like crazy, but I feel I'm getting cooking here. So I'm wondering if some of you could be going to school for cooking, but I feel like it's different. I feel like some of you, it's like maybe you thought you had to go to school for something like very serious, or something that is taken seriously, right? And I feel like you could be switching to something that's more like creative, or has to do with like I'm getting weird words too, like entertainment, stuff like that. So it could be, you could be switching your major in school if you're in school, even if you're not in school. You could be 90 years old. I don't care. You could still be doing something here with your life. You could be making some sort of change. You could be, starting a business or starting YouTube or something like that, is what I feel here. But it feels creative, is what I'd say there. Definitely a lot of fears around this, but I feel like you will learn how to do whatever you're doing. The more you learn, the more you earn right now, especially with all that Capricorn energy. I know I keep talking about it, but it's like I want to hammer it into people's heads because, again, there's too much abundance that needs to be created right now, and I feel like people just need to learn to create that abundance. But let's see. This is an amazing reading. I love this reading for you, Virgo. Between the Eight of Wands and the King of Swords, you have the Six of Diamonds, luck. Like I said, I feel in a lot of ways this whole top row here, this Two of Cups, is popping into my head as something falling into your lap or something like that. Six of Diamonds is the card called the Clover, represents like a 4-leaf clover. Definitely could be a lot of luck coming in for you this week. Love it. Between the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, you have the Jack of Hearts. Definitely could be a breakup, that you went through in the past here. So I feel like some of you went through a breakup, but the Jack of Hearts is a card of new love. So for the most part, to me, this doesn't really talk, this reading here isn't really talking about the past or anything. Like, I know that a lot of readers, they'll like focus on a situation, and I do not. If you can't tell, I focus on whatever pops into my head, and nothing from the past is really popping into my head, is what I'd say to you, Virgo. I'm sure we've all had past situations, of course. That's why I feel like there's no need to talk about it, number one. But number two, I feel like this reading is saying, if nothing else, I feel like you're probably working towards new love. Between the Ace of Wands here and the Nine of Cups, yep, you have the Three of Hearts. Three of Hearts is just a playing card. And to me, the Three of Hearts, I call it an indicator card. To me, it just indicates the direction of a reading, and it just indicates a positive direction here. So love it. That looks amazing. Between the King of Swords here and the Two of Cups, you have the Queen of Clubs here. Queen of Clubs is a card of seduction. I feel like you could be very attractive at this time. So I would definitely get out there. For sure, if you're looking for love. It can be a tricky card as well, but I don't really see any other trickiness here other than this Five of Swords. I feel like this Five of Swords could, with the Queen of Clubs here, could say like, be careful of tricky people. But, with the Five of Swords, it would be obvious. It would be like you're in, even the King of Swords as well. With this Queen of Clubs, this would say, if that is a warning for you, if you need to watch out for tricky people, it will be obvious. They will be like a jerk with the King of Swords, or they will be sneaky and you'll pick it up with the Five of Swords. Between the Five of Swords and the Moon, you have the Jack of Spades. Two Jacks here. Some of you could have a choice to make in love. Again, I would just pick the person who proves it with the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is like someone who puts in the work. So I feel like you could be if you're dealing with two people in love, or if you're trying to choose, pick the person who puts in the work. Plain and simple. The Jack of Spades, not a bad card, but it's a card of immature energy. It's called the Child. So I feel like some of you could be having a choice to make in love. Yeah, Two of Hearts here. Two of Hearts is true love. Between the Nine of Cups here and the Hierophant, you have the Ten of Clubs. Yeah, a lot of learning. Ten of Clubs is called the Bear, and Ten of Clubs represents learning. Like normally on a bear card in the Lenormand, there will be a bear and two little baby bears, and it kind of represents a mother bear teaching her babies like what to do. So I feel like in a lot of ways, this is just talking about education, learning. We already talked all about this here. It can represent overbearing energy. It can represent like something that is overbearing, but usually with the Bear card, it's like we could experience a heavy energy from like our boss or from people around us, but it's to push us forward. It's to make us do something new. It's not to hold us back or anything like that. In your middle row here, you have the Jack of Clubs. All these Jacks coming up. I feel like you're very attractive at this time, Virgo. So if you're looking for love, I would definitely get out there. You have all these Jacks showing up. Definitely could be love, or could be new opportunities in love for you here, Virgo. So I really like to see that. But let's keep going here, Virgo. In your middle row, you have the Eight of Diamonds. Yeah, you hold the keys. Eight of Diamonds is called the key, and it just says you hold the keys necessary to be very successful this week. Like I said, it looks like I just feel like you are winning this week, plain and simple. Major wins coming in for you, whatever you want. But I feel like you need to believe it here in this top row. We'll talk about that in a minute. In your bottom row here, you have the Three of Diamonds. Three of Diamonds says, be careful of your paperwork. It is a card that is very specific. It says, if you're dealing with anything legal or anything official, make sure to be careful of your paperwork. In your top row here, again, I feel like this top row is saying you can have whatever you want, but Jack of Clubs can represent beating yourself up. It's called the Whip, and it represents whipping yourself in the back. So it says, do not beat yourself up over things from the past. The Six of Diamonds, it's a very good card, but it's a card of imposter syndrome. I always tell a story, right? If you were a 4-leaf clover in a patch of 3-leaf clovers, all the other little 3-leaf clovers would be making fun of you for having an extra leaf. But you wouldn't know that you were the symbol of luck. So I feel like there is a need to try and stand out this week, or there is a need to, kind of remove any imposter syndrome that you could be feeling. Yeah, you have the Five of Diamonds. I do feel like there's something you just need to do. Just do it. Like make some sort of change here. Again, your challenge, based off your astrology, I would say, Virgo, is other people. The Chariot. I was talking about this with the Chariot. Other people telling you what to do, other people trying to control your life. Five of Diamonds just says, it's your life. You need to live your own life. Yeah, middle row here, Three of Spades. Three of Spades can be a breakup here. But again, I really feel like you're focused on new love here, so, for the most part. So, if you've gone through a breakup, I feel like you're focused on new love for the most part. In your bottom row, you have the Seven of Hearts here. Seven of Hearts is called the tree, and it represents kind of like a family tree. Again, if you're focusing on love, or even if you're thinking about love, for the most part here, I would say that you're probably going to be focusing on someone who's more serious. Seven of Hearts is like a deep commitment. It is, again, called a tree, represents a family tree. So I feel like you would be more focused on someone who wants to like build a family. I definitely feel like there's something you need to not give up on here as well. This row, you have the Ace of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Two of Cups. The Ace of Wands is like inspiration. You have been inspired to do something. You've been inspired to work on something with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands and the Three of Hearts to the Nine of Cups, something that could lead to wish fulfillment. So I feel like you've been inspired by something. Five of Swords, I feel like you have maybe tried to do something in the past, like start a project or start a business or even maybe start a relationship, and maybe there were a lot of fears in that situation. I feel like the Five of Swords is saying don't give up, because then you go up here to the Two of Cups, which says that whatever was inspiring to you in the past, whether it's a business or maybe you were inspired to be with a person in love or whatever, this is saying this is your perfect match. So I feel like you need to move towards inspiration as well this week. But this looks really good. So thank you for watching, Virgo, and definitely enjoy your week.